You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
What's up, good people? Back in here with another one. I'm going sort of around the world doing reactions to everybody else's reaction to this thing. I gave my raw reaction on my live stream video. They got taken down. It may be back up by the time you see this. Had to do some editing magic, but either way it go, we're going to be looking at Tiffany Haddish. This was something that was brought up in the live stream, but we didn't dig too deep into it, where she essentially basically did the whole act, the whole spiel of defending Will under the guise of protecting Black women. We're going to be digging into that. We're going to be pointing out the other woman in that conversation, whose race we won't mention, saw the bigger picture in that her man was in his biggest moments. So no matter what, she had to hold it together and let him shine on his big day. We about to get into that.
Would you define tonight as uncomfortable?
No, I would define tonight as a success.
Okay.
It was a great night tonight.
Okay. What did
First
you?
of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which we don't see that much anymore. That made me have hope. How about you?
I
How
wanted.
did you feel about it?
I wanted your opinion on it because you're a comedian, and so it was that thing where, like, was that joke too far? How did you feel about what Will did? Because you are someone who's done comedy, and yet, like you just said, you saw a man defending his wife.
Yeah. I want to know how you felt about it. Would you want your husband to do that for you if you was clearly hurt? I mean, they put her face up on the screen. He looked over at his wife. She was hurt. What would you want?
I would want him to defend me. The thing that made me sad was like this was a big night for Will, and then you saw that emotion for him, and it was like it's just I can't. I don't think I've still processed how this night went. You know.
Well, I just know she better take care of business when they get home. Because I know I would. If my man did that for me, I'm just saying, yellow.
See, now you see the first thing that Tiffany Haddish said versus what the woman who was interviewing her said. Tiffany Haddish is just thinking, me, defend me, get up there, fight for me. Even though I wasn't under any threat of violence, I was attacked with words. He could have defended her with words. He defended her with violence. Tiffany Haddish is saying, yes, you go and do that, even on that humongous stage where bigger things are at stake. But the other woman who was interviewing her realized that, yes, I would want to be defended by my man, but, it was a big night for Will. That's the only thing that she would be thinking. She would be thinking how big of a night this is for her man. So she needs to hold it together. She needs to not make it about her. She needs to step back. She needs to be in the background. She needs to let him be out in front. Even if Will Smith, even though he, was okay with the joke or laughed it off, she needed to give him some assurance that it was okay, so he won't get off of his game. So he would be in pocket. So you can see the difference in how two different women, we're not going to talk about their races, how two different women think, how one woman is thinking, even on her man's biggest stage, his finest hour, she wants to make it about her and her feelings and what she wants. And the other one is thinking about how can I be as much in the background as possible? How could I make sure that he's up front and that he's looking good and that I don't do anything to alter his feelings or his emotions or what he's thinking and his actions and reactions? That's what she was thinking. That's where her mind was at. That is exactly where a woman's mind should be at in that moment. In that moment, you do not mess up the moment of your significant other. When you have a mentality of you don't care, risk it all to appease me, risk it all to make me feel better. They're on the biggest stage, about to receive the biggest award, the thing that makes us the money, that keeps us safe and secure in our life, that's giving wealth for our children's children. In that moment, yes, risk it all on an emotional whim. That is what she's saying, that it's okay for men to do. But they say that they are unprotected, because that's what this was all about, the protection thing. But you're squandering the protection. The protection that he provides is all that money that he makes doing those movies. and he's there on the biggest stage being honored for the thing that he does to truly protect you. And then now you're saying go squander it, go risk it, go blow up the whole thing because I feel some type of way. No, that is not acceptable. But the other woman, the interviewer, she understood it. She tried to talk to her from the angle of, you're a comedian. Let's talk about whether or not some jokes go too far. Tiffany Haddish didn't even deal with that. And that is the thing, because she's sort of controversial herself. So I thought she was going to look at it from the perspective of, yes, I'm a comedian too. Yes, I say things that may offend people. And yes, that's a part of the game. That's a part of the gig. She could have looked at it from that angle. But the only thing she was looking at it from the angle of, a man had battery put in his back. A man became a flying monkey for his for his woman. That's the only thing that she's thinking about there. That's the only thing that she's thinking about there. And that shows just the drastic level that they miss the point, to where even when you have protection, if you have protection from a man, but you're sending that man on wild suicide missions, then what happens? You lose that protection. Talked about that on my live show that got taken down, how a lot of situations will end up where a man could be protecting a woman, and he goes and protect that woman on a suicide mission through some mess that she kind of put him in. And now one man ends up dead and the other man ends up in jail. And that's two black women in that situation that lost protectors in the name of protection. That's how goofy it gets when you got brothers doing wild, wacky, crazy stuff in the name of defending the honor of the dishonorable. Yeah. But that's all I got on that one. And we out of here. Peace.